Hi, my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers, and this is video 5. Actually, this is video 6. I'm doing them out of order. Video 5 is going to be page 4, video 6 is page 5, and you'll see why in just a minute. If you want to get a written out PDF of step-by-step what I do in the tutorials, it shows you do this, do that, do the next thing, and sometimes it even has photos. It depends on the project. Then all you have to do is go to the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, which the link is down below, and sign up, and then whenever the series is done, then you get a PDF of how to do the whole thing from beginning to end. And let's see if there's anything else I was going to tell you. I think that's it. So this is page 5. It was originally going to be page 4, but as you know, where we left off was with this prints and it with the circle, and it took so long to get it to work right. I didn't want to take a chance on messing up the back of it, so we'll do something a little bit easier on the back, because this is a crisscross. It's going to be crisscrossed like this. You know, like when you close a box without using tape, it's going to be like that. So this is going to lift up like this, and then that's going to, and then this is lift up like this, and then that will lift up like that, and then that will, this one's, one of these is supposed to go the other way. Anyway, that's what it's going to do. I guess actually both of those have to be going the same way, or it's not going to work. I'll have to take a look at it when we put it together and make sure that I've got everything going the right way. Because if the left top comes down and the right top goes over, then this should go up. Yeah, see, two of them have to go the same way either way. Or if this one went like that, maybe that's it. I've got it the wrong way in my drawing, that's all. Okay, so this is what we have to do. We've got our base, and we're going to name the base page 5. Oh, let me show you the papers that we're going to use. I turned the storyline around a little bit because I wanted to do a certain papers on this one, and since I switched this to page 5 from page 4, then the story had to be kind of switched around a little bit. So he goes and asks the someone else first. I think the wood nymphs first, and or the wood fairies first, and then these are the sea nymphs. So this is the page for this, and I've already cut that out. Okay, and then the other papers we're going to use the offcuts from the 12 by 12 that are left. Then we're also going to use, I found this from another pad that I have, and it's called Heirloom, and it's by Die Cuts with a View as well, and it's 160 single-sided papers, and I think it's $15 on Amazon. I picked up 2 of them. So and then we're also going to use this kit, these kit papers that I told you about before, and that the link will be well, it'll be in the PDF. I'm going to have to remember to put it in the file down below this video and make sure that I have it there. But it's just a digital kit, and it's got all kinds of different papers like this that you can print out. So that's what we're going to be using. Okay, if we get this part to work right. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do, like I said, this is our base, marked it to the top. Then we have to mark these. This is the left bottom and the right bottom and the right top. That's it. And then the left top. That's how it goes. Okay, so let's take them off like this so that we get them on there right. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do, let's do the left top first because it's going to come down. Don't forget to trim your edges right here when you make these, and also when you make this. And then you don't end up with that, like that little square right there, which was a mistake. But for some reason it took me 3 tries to make one of these, and it's just a rectangle. So go figure. All right, so the left top is going to come down. So we're going to glue this. I'm a little scattered this morning. I apologize. It's already 10 o'clock and usually I'm done filming by 6. But I was chatting online with my friends. Okay. And I numbered these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the papers. So on top of being, you know, labeled for the left, right, up, down, whatever, they're also labeled for the papers. Okay. That looks a little crooked. My paper cutter, it's got the wire in it, and I don't know if the wire's loose or what, but everything I cut was coming out crooked. It was driving me insane. And then the right top, so we'll lift this up. Oh, got a little bit of glue. Okay. So we're going to glue this, and we're going to glue it so it goes left to right. We want it to go right up to the edge, but we don't want to keep this one from being able to fold. So we want to go up to the edge, but down just enough that this can still fold shut without having to put a gusset in it. Okay, move that over just a little bit. Okay, so now we've got this and we've got this. Those seem to be laying down fairly well. We're going to have, I can't decide if we're going to be able to use these really cool closures, right, that go like this. They're called spinners, game spinners, because, you know, like when you play, what is it, Twister or whatever, any kind of game where you spin the dial, this is what these are. They look like clock things to me, but it's all a matter of perspective, I guess. Okay, so now this looks like the left bottom is going to go down here, and then this goes here. That's not right. How did I have it? Now we should be able to, we should do it the opposite way. So this should be the right bottom. Should go this way. And then the left bottom should go this way. Yeah. So we're just going to turn it around and do the same thing, actually. So let's do this one facing down. So it may not be an actual crisscross like your webbing would be on your lawn chair. But it is going to be interesting, and it'll be something different. And that's what we want in our book. Interesting and different. That's why I'm making these up as I go along. So if it doesn't come out right, it's definitely my fault. Okay. Oh. A little bit of glue seeping out. I forgot to check the right one. Oh yeah, but it's dry now. It's okay. Didn't stick the page down or anything. Okay. So now this one should go this way. Oh, that's the way it was. I had to make the writing upside down. It's going to make me crazy. I'm going to keep thinking I have it on upside down. Okay, so now we're going to glue this on. Now, the reason I was worried about this messing up the back of the other one is because if we want to use those spinners, those are used with brads. Now, we could put a brad on the back page, which is the base page, which is what we would have to do without a problem, because we should be able to open up the tube, you know what I mean, and reach in there and put the spinner in there, the brad. But we'll have to see. We may end up using magnets. It just depends. Okay, and then this one goes like that, and that gives us our square in the middle. Okay, that's exactly what I wanted. So now I would like to put the spinner here and hold it closed diagonally like this, because I think that would be cool. So then if we did that, then the brad would have to go, I wonder if this is pointy enough to go down through the hole. Look at that. It would have to go right there. And then down here, it would have to go right here. Right there. Okay, so now what we're going to do is you can use your crocodile and make that hole, but I find it's a little big. So I'm going to grab my pokey tool and a piece of styrofoam. And I'm going to put the styrofoam in the tube. Pretty sure it'll fit in there. And then I'm going to poke the hole for the brad to go through. This is a brad. They're really small. This is a brad. It has a head to it, and then it's got what are called flanges because they open out one to either side and it holds it in. So we're going to need 2 of those. So you might as well set them right there. I like this little tin. I got it at the dollar store. It's got a magnet on the bottom. So if I set it down on something metal, it will stick to it. So, all right, so let's poke the hole. It doesn't matter if you go all the way through. You want to kind of make sure it's big enough for your brad to go through. So if you lift it up away from it and then poke it the rest of the way through, the farther you poke it in, the bigger around the hole gets. So let's get our hole started. Then we'll take this styrofoam out and we'll hold this open and put the pokey tool back in and then push it in. And that should do it. That's one size smaller than the crocodile hole. And I think, I'm not sure, but I think it will work better. Okay, let me get my stool back here. All right, so now what we're going to need is we're going to need our spinner. Then you put the little legs, whoops, the little legs of the brad through the hole in the spinner. Then you put the legs through the hole in your paper. Now this is the moment of truth. And then you look in here and you spread the legs apart to hold it in. I can see it, I just can't grab a hold of it. There it, oops. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing or not, but there's the little legs and I'm trying to spread them apart. There it goes. And then you lay one flat and then the other one flat. Make it as snug as you can. These are going to be a little loose, but that's all right because you're going to have to hold down 2 pieces of paper. Now we're going to take a piece of tape and we're going to stick it in there just enough to cover those little legs so it doesn't move. Let's see if we can get that in there. Okay. And not that move, but like so it doesn't, this doesn't spin around and rub on anything. The little legs rub on anything. So now let's do the same thing on this side. Now that I know the hole's big enough, I'm going to open them just a smidge to make it easier. Put that through the hole. And then this through the hole. And we open it up. Look down in there, and we open the little pieces open. Yeah, that worked out much better. Make them as flat as you can. Pull the brad as tight against the paper as you can by pulling the legs out as flat and as tight as you can. And you take a piece of tape and cover the little legs. Well, except for the tape wrapped around my finger. There we go. Well, I guess I don't know why I was so worried about ruining that other page, but that's all right. So now you see when we spin this and we close it, you know what we did? We didn't cover this paper first. We needed to put the back page on first. Because these sit on top of the paper. Well, that just shows you they're easy enough to take right back out. It's no big deal. We just have to do it again, that's all. Okay, let's set that one up there. Take the tape off. And then close the little legs so we can get it back out. I knew there was a reason I had cut that back page out first. the paper. There we go. I couldn't get the little legs folded back out straight. So there's that one. And in fact, I think these kind of have a flat side and a decorative side, but not really, I guess. But okay, so now we're going to open all this up. Kind of wrinkled our paper a little bit. But we're going to open all this up and we're going to put this paper on. And this is the top. So we want her going towards the top. Okay. And I think I'm going to take my chalk pencil, kind of mark approximately where the hole is. I mean, we're going to have to repoke it through this paper, but still. I knew that was going too well. Everything's going so well. Okay, let's mark this. We'll turn the 1 into a T for top. Okay. This is why I like just doing it without rehearsing. I didn't want to make one of these because you have to put the paper down ahead of time just to practice, because then I would have used up, you know, there's only 2 sheets of each paper in the pad. I'd rather have this spare one for in case I make a mistake instead of practice, which I guess if I practiced I probably wouldn't have a mistake, but that's all right. Okay, so this is the top. That's the top. Okay, let's put her down. So there she is. And I did all that wiping and I wiped off where the hole mark was. But that's all right. All right. Take our pokey tool. And now I'm wondering, oh, but if I go from the back to the front, okay, it's going to be right about here. Doesn't matter if you poke through to the other side because you're going to paper it. Wonder how close that is to the original hole. Well, it isn't the original hole. Well, at least the little legs will open easy this time. So I'm just going to take here and I'm going to open the little legs again. Put them down flat. Put a piece of tape over them. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing over here. That one looks a little close, so I'm going to move it back just a little bit when I make the hole. put the brad back through the arrow and then through the paper into the center. And take this out. We open the little legs. Okay. Put a little piece of tape over them. Crash bang through everything. Little piece of tape over the legs. And now we've got them. Okay. So I think that looks cool. Cool. Okay, so we're just going to spin them whichever way to open. To open up whatever it is that we're trying to cover. So now I want to use this spare piece up here, because that way it'll be in the, this will be in the corner. So let's measure this one. Okay. Now I'm going to try out my rotary cutter version of my triple track. Fiskars sent me this. We'll see how well it works. Barely. See, I find you have to push down a little hard on it. Okay, we'll glue that one on. You know, like when you go to cut, when you push down on it to cut, I feel like I have to push down on it too hard. Maybe it's just my hands. It could be just me because of my stuff. Okay. Oh, let's put the pokey tool away. Oh, there's the cover. Always keep track of your pokey tool cover. Otherwise, you're going to pokey yourself at some later date. Okay. Oh, we're going to have to break here, and then we'll be right back in just 1 second. Okay, continuing on. Let's glue this paper on. You want to remember where your mermaid is underneath your water nymph to make sure that you're doing it right. And now these are the right size that you can put a 3x5 on them. So we're going to cover the backs of all of them with our backing paper. We're just going to decorate the fronts, because we need enough space for some photos at least, since it is a photo album. My neighbors upstairs are listening to I don't know, 50s, 60s, classic rock. So that's kind of fun. Okay, and now we want to use this paper on the bottom down here. It's too bad we don't have enough to cover all of it. That would be kind of fun because like the bubbles would be going everywhere. But this is this tan on this outside corner matches the tan out there. Let's get this right where we want it. It's a little difficult with the spinners, so just keep that in mind when you're trying to lay your paper out flat, you know, to line it up to cut it. Okay. I get a little bit of pencil on there. Let's cut it this way first. And then we gotta cut it this way. Well, I don't want to do that. That's cutting my brown off. What am I thinking here? I need to turn it around the other way to cut it. Okay. So we want to cut this end, not that end. Felt like it moved. Be sure to save all your little sparklies. You wouldn't believe, because of the trouble I had for some reason making the tube. I want to show you this real quick. This is just from today. So we still have this piece. That's a good size piece. But I think for the other two that we should do our map paper. Not mat, but map. Our globes. Because he's traveling all over now to try and find her. Make sure everything lays down right. Okay. And we'll glue this. And then I'm not going to make you watch me glue on the photo mat paper. There's no reason. Okay. Put all the decorative papers on though. I'm liking this one. It did slide a little bit. It's going to be great. Oh, I love it already. We're not even done. Okay, so now these two, we're going to use this map paper. Now I want to make sure, I want to get some of the actual globe of the land on here. So let's do this corner up here. I like the feel of this paper. It isn't as thick as the other paper, but the Fabri-Tac should be all right with it. Okay, now we're going to measure just above where the end of the paper is. And then just inside the paper, the black paper. Yeah, I had a 20-year-old rotary cutter that died, and I liked it. I really liked it. It was one of the big gray ones that had the flat, the 12-inch flat base, and you could cut anything with that thing, and I just loved it, and I had it for 20 years. 20 years. And is that right? Doesn't seem right. It just doesn't seem right, does it? I know I did it on the mark. Okay, well, let's just redo it. I think I must have cut it backwards. Okay. Both of them seemed too wide. Now see, this is the thinnest paper imaginable. Where's the cut? All right, how about this? Where's the line? Wow, they're being really loud upstairs. I hate it when I don't have a TV or anything on and all I can hear is the neighbors. See, I can't believe I had to push down that hard just to get that one piece of paper. See, it didn't. I've been having trouble with my cutters, my trimmers. This one seems a little small. So let's use this one. I guess I'm going to cut up this whole 12 by 12 just to use this one, do this one little piece of flap. Yes, I'm happier with that. Now, this part of the map goes this way. I know it probably doesn't matter, but now see, the back sides of these we'll do with this paper. The back sides of all 4. Very nice, very nice. Now all I have to do is use that scrap that's left to do this. I wonder if this, did I decide that was too small? It fits this one just fine. Yay! Okay, now, wait a minute. If the map faces up, yes, that's the top. This map faces up. Trying to see what part of the world it is. Yeah, this faces up. So this is the top. This is the top. Sometimes I'd almost rather leave the photo areas black. Just leave them black. Nice contrast for their photos. Yeah, see, I did miscut. But I fixed it. Still use the same amount of paper. Okay. So that's our page right there. It opens this way to open this, and open this, and then you turn these and you open this and you open that, and these 4 will be the photo mats. Very cool. Very, very cool. I like it a lot. I hope you like it. I definitely like it. It came out better than I thought. I was worried about matching papers for the mermaid / sea nymph or wood water nymph. So there you go. That looks pretty cool, I think. All right. So I will see you in the next video, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Bye-bye.